I told her churches and schools. Word is mine. I told her churches.
That's why particularly in the black community, churches can last forever because it's almost like the gym model, right? The gym model that.
Nah, break it down.
The gym model where
I know it.
The gym they need people to fail.
It's built into their business model.
Absolutely. So the church is the same way.
Same as doctors.
They need people to fail. Right. Yeah. Our whole healthcare system is jacked up.
You about to have some people mad at you telling them that the church is built for the people to fail.
It is. I'm sorry. It is.
Woo, we got riders, the villains today. Man, we done flip roles.
I'm staying away from this topic.
You can't stay away from it. You can't stay away from it because it's the truth, man. If we care about them.
I'm just saying, as a Muslim, I got to stay away from these Christian-based topics because they be thinking I be hating.
Yeah, I can.
But you were a Christian at one point, right?
I was.
Absolutely. So you have knowledge of what we're talking about. So
Reaper, I was born in my father was a deacon.
Oh yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah, he had the name tag and everything, didn't he?
All of that.
Yeah.
Had a position.
But yeah. So that's the truth, man. Because you got people, the pastors, they give great instruction and they give the word, quote unquote, but the parishioners they don't execute. People praise instruction and direction, but they worship execution. And so there's people that just keep coming back for more doses. And when they come back,
well, I think because the model now is not that so we supposed to worship execution, but we actually be worshiping the instruction.
The instruction. That's
the
true.
Instruction.
That's true on all models.
Yeah,
that's true on all. I mean, yeah, that's true on all fronts.
What people just worship the
delivery of the product, not the actual product itself.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's the same reason. I know this is crazy, but it's the same reason why you can buy something off of an advert and not the product itself. Like that's built into you. That's built into you, right? So if you look at advertising these days, because you see so many ads, the ads have to be so good, and if the ads are good, you'll buy.
Absolutely.
It's not about the product itself. But a dope ad will get you to buy.
I'm a late adopter though, so I wait to hear.
I'm an early adopter.
I'm definitely early adopter.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait to hear what you guys have to say about that product. Yeah, it's good, it's nice, it works, it doesn't work, and then
I think you're a skeptic. That's about it.
I am a skeptic.
You're definitely a skeptic.
Yeah, I like to jump in first. I like to go first.
Yeah, without a doubt. I told you I'm oppositional defiant, which is not a diagnosis for adults. It's always no first, and then I come back and.
Damn, that was huge right there. Oppositional defiant.
Yeah, it's a mental health diagnosis.
Yeah, I know. I'm with you. I like shit like that.
They say adults can't be oppositional defiant, but I am.
Oh, super! You do it all to me all the time. You're the prosecutor of this joint.
Whatever.
Oppositionally defiant. When I tell you I don't like being.
I didn't know you were. Is that a Redskins jersey, right? Or Washington Commanders.
Washington Commanders. 100%.
The last time I watched football, they had a different name.
Yeah. I still call them Redskins too.
Like 6 years ago.
Yeah, we still call them Redskins. A lot of people still call them Redskins.
Last time he watched football, it was 2 names ago for them.
2 names ago?
Yeah, 2 names ago.
Yeah, for like a whole season. They
had
was
the Washington football
team. Washington football team. Because they had to come up with.
Should have left it to Washington football team. And then
sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, and then the mascot is just horrendous.
It's like when you played the video game and you can make your own football team, and you were like the Commanders.
Nah, nobody would say that. Nobody would say I'm.
But they had cheesy names because you had to pick through.
Oh, right. Yeah,
six
preset names.
Preset names and logos.
I think they came up with a decent name that represented kind of like the area and all that. Like,
yeah,
it's the capital.
You're obviously not a fan. You're obviously not a fan.
Oh no, I'm not a fan. Like
fans are like
here we go with this fan
came
stuff.
up with this.
Yo, I got a question.
Yeah, what's up?
And I don't never talk about this type of stuff. Is LeBron James the GOAT?
The or
The.
See, that was good, right?
Makes a difference.
So I heard some shit. Did I read it? Did I see it? I think LeBron James has the best career of all times.
Isn't that what matters or no?
Nah, some people just say like who was like the best,
most championships
like,
and stuff like that.
I don't know.
There's I understand. There's a difference between that. He's been banging this shit for 20 years.
Yo, I seen a stat that said if you take away all LeBron's threes
three-pointers
and dunks or something like that, that he would still be have more points scored than Tim Duncan and it was somebody else.
I think it's
forgot.
top 14. He
would still be in the top 14 all scoring all time if you took away all his dunks and 3-pointers. Man, I said that just make you a go. If you gonna still be past Tim Duncan, just off of foul shots and layups and jump shot 2-pointers.
What do y'all think like the end game is for him?
Hold on. I gotta say something real quick. With that stat, it actually means that you could be one of the greatest of all times just by being basic and fundamentally sound. Hitting basic shots, 2-pointers, 2-point field goals, layups, and free throws. You could still be one of the all-time leading greats in the league. No dunks, no threes, nothing fancy, just actually hitting basic shots. That could give somebody right there a mindset and hope to just go out there and pick and shovel their way all the way to greatness.
Base hits.
Base hit.
Base hit
their way to greatness.
That's true.
But you said something. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
But what do you think is his end game in the sense of like not his whole life or not like that, but like in the sports world, what's his end game? Basketball, I would say.
Hey, I think it keeps changing as he's like right now he's passing everybody and all that stuff.
It's got to be something like team ownership.
It's got to be there now. It probably didn't start like that. You know what I'm saying? I guess once he started.
I think he'll be a better owner than Michael Jordan. Because LeBron's 38 years old now. He got handed the keys to this entire NBA 20 years ago at 18.
Yeah.
So he's been basically running out here for 20 years and pretty in the spotlight. At 17, at 16 or 17, he started the spotlight.
You know what though? I don't even want to say spotlight. I want to say on the business side.
No, but I'm saying like, so when I say spotlight because of like his career has been amazing. His personal life has been in the spotlight. He's done well on like all fronts of those.
Yeah.
And so that's like a unheard of human right now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So what I'm saying though is the fact that he literally has been on the business side of it way before all these people
Correct.
that have transitioned now. You know what I'm saying?
Got a good team. Rich Paul.
Yeah, he's got a great team.
All Maverick Carter.
Yeah, so I could see him doing a
ownership.
lot more in business.
It's got to be ownership.
Yeah, on the business side. Yeah, it's got to be ownership.
I asked ChatGPT.
This guy.
And they didn't. ChatGPT would not give a definitive answer and spoke to it being subjective. But the first person they mentioned as being the greatest of all time is Michael Jordan. Then they go on to say others argue that LeBron, Magic, and Kobe are the greatest of all time. But they mentioned Mike first based on his accolades throughout his career.
Yeah,
that's what ChatGPT said. So.
Yeah, I don't think they're watching us for ChatGPT answers though, right?
I'm just saying.
He can't help it. Ever since this guy,
I already know. He's like a kid at the candy store.
And every time he posts something in the group chat, it's like I can see him in his office, like, oh my God.
Listen, I got it. I'm gonna bring y'all with me. I got it. Because I'm telling you, this is the radio.
I've been on it since I was in Dubai.
Really? This is the radio, man. This is the internet.
I told you I created a chat bot assistant text message. Like I have a number that I can text and ask any question and get back the response and not have to be inside of ChatGPT.
That is fire.
Did you see that? Talking about ChatGPT, crazy amount of users, right? Crazy amount of users. Some stats that I was reading that is pretty interesting and scary and also a pattern. Who do you think, what country from its citizens have the most activity on ChatGPT?
Russia.
I don't know.
China. Where do you think America ranks in the ranking of that?
Probably way down.
Oh yeah, they probably. Whew. Man,
way down.
Well, we talked about how lazy
the U.S. is the 29th.
Probably way down.
The 29th country with the highest use of ChatGPT. That's scary because our citizens are going to get left behind.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like if you want to be on top of things when it comes to like the job market, as an entrepreneur, as all these things, you better get on this because, I mean, it's literally created by Americans in America here, and the number one users is China, and we're number 29. I can see if we were like 4, 5, or 6, right? No, 29. And that's scary to me because if we don't jump on this, other people are going to be running that portion of it.
Yes.
So quick stats, launched November 30th, 1 million users in 5 days. They already got $1 billion from Microsoft.
Of course.
1 billion.
That's nothing though.
Some of these are just really, really boring.
They're about to get $10 billion from Microsoft.
They're about to get 10. But hold on a second before you continue. Here's what they announced today.
Yeah.
ChatGPT Plus, which is for like the business entrepreneur version, $20 a month.
$20
means you don't get any delays. You get upfront. You already paid. You prepaid, didn't you?
Hey,
he prepaid for the year. He said, "Take the card."
Yeah, here's 240. Take this right now, just in case.
I tried to buy it today, but it wasn't available. They just made the announcement.
Yeah, 200 million, and they expect 200 million in revenue by end of year 2023. If you are not a part of ChatGPT, just AI period, you're sleeping. So this is this is one of those things where like people that came up when websites needed to be developed and they were charging
.com,
$20,000, $30,000 for a website. I used to work with this kid who wasn't in management at the bank back in the day. He bought a plane
from websites,
from designing websites for people.
Like a paper plane?
No, sir. He bought a plane.
Like the one in the Hobby Park with remote control?
Like the one in your hangar.
From websites.
From websites back in the day. This is that. So you just have to figure out the play.
You know what disturbs me in this whole equation is like, maybe I hope our audience that are watching, people that listen to this pod, are like paying attention, because if let's say you don't want to be an entrepreneur, grab this side hustle or do these things. Let's say you work a 9 to 5. You work at the bank. Say you're a teller. Let's say you're a personal banker. And you work 9 to 5, 8 to 5, 8 to 6, whatever. And you got this extra time at home. I want you to take this time and study how to prompt ChatGPT. You need to be engulfed in how to use it. Because like we said in the past, they're paying people. The job got posted for a prompt,
right? A
prompter, somebody that knows how to use it the best. Companies are paying $320,000 a year. I mean, it's literally the new .com boom. It's like a new industry you moving into.
Right.
But what's going to happen is, I'll tell you what's going to happen. That company is going to hire somebody in the countries that are in the top 1 through 5.
Yep.
So somebody in China is going to not only take your job that you potentially could have had for $350,000 a year, their knowledge of using ChatGPT is going to erase probably 20 employees off the board. That's why they can pay that person $350 a year.
Yeah. In top 5, real quick, top 5: China, Russia, Ukraine, Afghanistan, Iran. We're not even top 7. Not like you said, not top 10.
We're 29.
Yeah, insane. And this is one of those things. This is one of those things that can level set you. This is one of those things that you don't need. All you need is
degree.
What do you pay attention? All you need to do is to pay attention to ChatGPT and any other AI tool. Just pay attention.
It's literally free.
And even if you're not an expert, you don't have to be an expert and you can make a bag participating in this phenomenon. It's the internet all over again. It's radio, it's TV when it first started, it's cell phones, it's one of those. And you did really you did everybody a really great service this morning talking about catching the wave.
Yeah, the wave.
And this is one of those things. You got to catch the wave, and it's when you get on the wave. And I promise you, if you dedicate yourself, a year, 2 years to mastering an aspect of this thing,
9 months.
You'll be good.
9 months. If you literally you talk about riding in a car and spending that time in the car, and what you say about that again?
Yeah, 300 hours of like that audio learning or whatever.
So if you literally take 300 hours into dedicating to this, right?
Absolutely.
After work, on the weekends, in 9 months, you will easily become a prompt expert.
Oh yeah, you'd be an expert at anything. So let me give you something. 1 hour of interaction is equivalent to 8 to 10 hours outer action. Now you take something like this and you take an hour of practice with this that can spit out something that takes 50 hours or 5 months to usually do, that takes everything and just kind of multiplies it by like 100, man. It's just crazy, man.
And listen, Google is done. Their search engine, maybe some of the other stuff they do, but their search engine.
But hold on a second.
It's a wrap.
Hold on a second. Let me be contrary to that, because I've heard that when Google launches its version of this with the data that it's had since remember, it's the number one search engine in the world, that once they can use the data that they have to create their AI model, it's not only going to give you historical things, because remember, ChatGPT is not connected beyond like 2021.
Yeah.
So
that's why I couldn't.
It has no recent information.
Right.
So I'm sure they haven't rolled that out for a reason, but I think there's going to be a great competitor. But sometimes you're going to be too late, because it's not like other search engines.
It's the wave. Yeah. Yo, I gave an analogy earlier. So remember last week I was like, yo, this is my second time doing it. So anyway, when I was rocking like I'm talking about the street, like killing it, I wanted to make a transition. So I opened up a store in the mall, and we were selling the throwback jerseys and all that, right? And like
from Korea,
8 weeks we did.
I know Korea.
He was killing it. In 8 weeks, in less than 8 weeks, we did $250,000. And here I am transitioning from the street. I'm like, oh, this is super dope. But guess what? The homie Jay-Z killed that joint. So if we'd had a longer time riding the wave, we'd have been M's.
Why you say he killed that?
Because Jay-Z said we don't wear jerseys no more. We 30 plus. When he said that,
hold on, say that one more time.
Jerseys.
I just had a debate with my kids about influence. Say that one more time.
Said we don't wear jerseys no more. We 30 plus.
And what happened?
Everybody with the button ups. Remember he started on the button up
joint. Joints.
Yeah, he started with good, and it was a wrap. Now nobody wanted jerseys no
more.
Shout
out Farron, shout out Kennedy.
And that was we was just talking about. We was talking about
what kind of argument?
Early adopters. Oh, with the kids?
Yeah, what kind of?
Probably because he had his jersey on.
No. Lil Wayne just dropped his tour dates, and so they put in a group. Oh, we're going to this concert. Lil Wayne, and I was like, oh, is he opening for Jay-Z? And that ensued a vicious debate. Like,
you can't win with the kids, man.
Because they just
my
roll with Wayne.
Just put in the chat the prices for, I sent it to y'all, the prices for Beyonce tickets.
I see that.
Just like $9,000 a pop. Crazy.
No way.
$9,000. I just sent y'all the picture.
Now let's talk about this. Since we on this whole ticket thing.
Yeah.
Ticketmaster and a couple of other ticket resellers had to just sit in front of Congress. Did y'all see that?
Nah.
About
so
what?
There is this. They're calling it the $43 billion ticket monopoly, as in the sense that between Live Nation and Ticketmaster,
they monopolizing this
entire joint. And so what happens is, it started with something with Taylor Swift. I'm sure EA can pull up something on it, but I was watching it. But essentially, what we're saying is, concert promoters can't move away from these venues that are controlled by Ticketmaster and Live Nation, because there's going to be repercussions and consequences for not having so they can't even do off-site type things, because they will stop the sale or not accept you in these other things. So they literally had to sit in front of instead of Congress and get grilled on what was going on.
Dang.
So the price, the screenshot that you showed me wasn't from the original ticket.
Right. It wasn't.
That's sneakers. That's what?
No. But Ticketmaster is not Nike. So I think they're also saying that Ticketmaster is the reseller of the tickets as well.
Dang.
No, that's a problem if they're reselling.
That's what they're saying.
Now, if they're not just offering the tickets at the regular price, then yeah, that's a problem. But so like the concerts we just talked about, you can go to the venue and purchase the ticket.
Here's the thing. From what I understand, what they're saying with Congress is that they can throw on tickets and a scalper picks up them in bulk. Online.
Right. Yeah.
And it's still out.
Yeah.
And then he puts them right back on Ticketmaster for their reason. Yeah. But they're saying the reason why they do that is because they get double the fees, and they allow that to happen. Right? Yeah. Because why would one man need 900 tickets?
You got 900 friends. So you're gonna do that it happens with football, happens with sports.
That's what they're saying. But they're saying there's a monopoly, because this is think about it. Would you stop it if it benefited your company? The tickets, the stadiums are still getting filled. People are used to paying for overpriced tickets on certain things. If a ticket drop on Beyonce concert, right? Let's just say because the $8,000 ticket that you're showing me, Beyonce's not charging $8,000.
Right.
That may be a $300 ticket.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
That's my wife was like, yo, if it was $300, I would ask you, but
yeah, it may be a $300 ticket.
You're right.
So therefore, the scalper's buying it. Then the scalper throws it back on the Ticketmaster, right? And now Ticketmaster is receiving a fee based upon the price again.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough argument because we, the consumers, we set the market price.
But I agree with you.
Right.
I agree with you. But what they're saying is that Ticketmaster can help eliminate the scalpers by putting in measures. So, for example, if you try to buy Nikes, right, and you try to put in your credit card to buy 3 or 4 Nikes, you can't. You have to have a credit card for each different one, a different mailing address and a billing address. And they do that to reduce the amount one person can get. Now, there's backdoor deals and all that.
Yeah.
Right?
They got the bots.
Now, imagine if Nike didn't, and then Nike had its own resellers website that
that's the problem. The resellers, that's a problem.
Yeah.
But that's just gonna be tough.
Because at the end of the day, Nike is only going to get its $120 for the shoe, $150 for the shoe.
Right.
When that shoe hit another store
Right.
and it's $500, $600, Nike's like, right. But if that same shoe was going back on Nike's reseller section of the website,
Right.
then they would say, wait.
Yeah.
You're allowing people to buy multiple pairs, and then you're allowing them to go back to your website and relist them because you're the verifiable source. Because most ticket resellers have to go back and put them on Ticketmaster because it's the verifiable source.
So how's that? Is that the same for like that brand Supreme? You know, Supreme only prints X amount of. They only do X amount of shirts, or
But they don't have a resale site themselves. That goes to the Hypebeast stores.
Okay.
They go to other stores, like it's on StockX.
Gotcha,
it's on all them other joints.
Yeah.
Okay. I see. Okay. So the problem is the fact that they can put the ticket back on to Ticketmaster. So what about StubHub and
They
all
were on
these
there
other
too.
places?
Same thing.
They were
That's
same
crazy.
thing.
Government's getting a little bit messy, I think, with that.
Well, we talked about it today.
Yeah. Do you have any information on this?
Nah.
I mean,
EA,
I'm finding conflicting stuff, so I'm trying to
I'll
sort
tell
through
you
it.
what you could pull up. Propaganda model. Pull up the propaganda model, Noam Chomsky. Noamchomsky. Noam Chomsky. Propaganda model. And it's going to explain the economic agenda of these big companies because they sell big companies. The media sells people to the advertisers and big companies, and we're getting brainwashed through the media, and that's why we set that market price. So once we buy this $9,000 ticket, then she gonna be $9,000 every time.
All
now.
right, so I went after you sent that, and right now none of those tickets are actually available on sale. So that picture may have been something.
So does that mean
from a previous?
Or?
No, the pre-sale doesn't start until like February 7th.
Oh, so
okay.
I can tell you something right now. I can call American Express and get those tickets.
Yep.
I can call my American Express concierge and get those tickets.
Yeah.
That's typically how it happens. Like
Yeah.
I probably should live call them right now and get tickets to the Beyonce joint.
Tough. That would be dope.
And so because they are in bed with Live Nation,
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
or they have a partnership with Ticketmaster,
Which is because of this. If you
Which is
pull
owned
up-
by Live Nation. Live Nation owns Ticketmaster.
Okay, so that explains the whole monopoly. I'm telling you. So they were saying that as a promoter, you got to have your concerts in Live Nation venues because if not, they will blackball you if you decide to pick. And they literally said they said it. I sent some articles to you. They literally said that it will be adversely affected if you try to cherry pick our venues.
Wow.
What can you do?
Oh man.
Because if you look at Live Nation as a company, and this is why it's crazy. Live Nation is a company that can go to Jay-Z and say, I'll give you $250 million up front
Right.
for your tour.
Yep.
Right? So they price the tickets, but they don't sell them once. They sell them twice, sometimes 3 times.
How?
Because they own Ticketmaster. So they set the price of the ticket.
Right.
They release them to people like me that's got American Express.
Right.
Right. I put them back on Ticketmaster. I buy them as a regular person. Then I said I put them back on. I'm early enough because I got them the day of the release now. Now I'm early enough. I put them back on Ticketmaster.
Or StubHub or something.
StubHub, but mainly Ticketmaster because that's the easy way.
Yeah.
StubHub is a little crazy with how you get the tickets. And now, because bro, listen,
free. I don't know, man. That's free enterprise.
that's not free enterprise.
Yeah, it is. It's just you're going to, because you don't have to put them on Ticketmaster.
Who
It's
doesn't?
free. You don't have to put the tickets back on Ticketmaster. You don't have to.
No, see, but the thing is, what they do is that they tell you to do that so you can secure your transaction, right? So to the consumer, it's like the safety of not having to take it
other marketplaces
down
do the same thing. Other electronic marketplaces do the same thing.
But it's the marketing of that, like of the validation.
It says the two companies basically they merged in 2010, and now they control 70% of the ticketing for live venues. 70%. They control 70% of the live venue ticket marketing. I mean, ticket sales.
Which is a monopoly, which is illegal now, right? Which is why they got to go to court.
I thought y'all were capitalists, but okay.
It don't matter to me, right? Because I'm gonna get the early. I don't go. First of all, I don't even go to the concerts in the first place. My point that I did go to a Jay-Z and Beyonce concert one time. That On the Run tour. That joint was fresh.
Where'd you go? Which one?
The DC one.
Okay, went to Miami one or Fort Lauderdale or somewhere.
But the point that I'm making is that the people who actually go out and support Jay-Z and Beyonce in masses can't afford that $788,000 ticket.
Right, they can.
Furthermore,
I can afford it and wouldn't pay it.
Exactly.
Bruh.
But what happens is some people can't afford it and will pay it.
You mean can't and will?
They can't and will pay it. They're gonna throw it on that credit
Oh,
card.
yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that's human nature. I mean, that's chains and foreign cars and
All I'm saying is there's not much.
lake houses and
There's not much.
gym memberships.
It's just wild, bro. I think that it totally is a monopoly. It's a great plan. It's a great business merger that they did. But at the end of the day, it's illegal.
Gotcha. So y'all got to help me again, because Max, and we talked about it briefly. I went to the gym the other day because, well, I mean, I go to the gym every day, and I got a sermon. Respectfully, I got a sermon that was pretty dope, and because of the deliverer of the sermon, and it was about etiquette when it comes to influencers. Simply because I saw a post. Dude put up a post and he put partial information.
Was that other person an influencer?
The other person was an influencer. They put up some information about a buy-sell agreement, and they were talking about getting buy-sell insurance, which is not really a thing. And they said, you want to get it to protect you in the event your partner dies or is disabled, which life insurance only kicks in when somebody dies, not when they're disabled. And
Aflac will give you some money when you.
that's not life insurance. So
I'm just telling you, bro. I'm just giving you an alternative.
And then all these people were like, this is dope information. Thank you so much. This is great. I'm glad that I'm like,
Rod, you doing it again, Rod.
What am I doing again? That's why I said I need help. That's why I preface this by saying I need help, because basically I felt like I was watching a crime.
You just didn't have to say what the crime was just now. You didn't have to do that because there are people that watch us and watch these other influencers too. You're an influencer now. So now we don't kick other influencers or other people's back and
So is that a problem?
Is it yeah, it's a problem.
So
yeah.
I'm gonna say I agree with you, but also in the same tone as somebody who has ran the race that people talk about, right? Like all the way to the end.
Yeah.
It's something. So I
and have a buy-sell agreement.
I would. Here's what happened. I think there's a bad side to that too, right? Because most influencers don't want the drama.
Yeah.
It's messy.
Yeah.
To go in and call somebody out, even though you know it's wrong, because it's not taken.
But I don't even feel like I called anybody out.
But here's
what I did was present
the truth,
complete information.
and we can do that to each other.
Yeah, you
Right,
don't wanna
because
do
we
it on somebody
have
else's
this thing, but somebody else going to somebody else's platform may cause an issue. I think you did the right thing, but also think you did the wrong thing.
I just felt like I was a bystander watching somebody get pummeled and did absolutely nothing when I could have done something.
That's why I said I
so,
think you did the right thing.
But in this
also the
game
wrong
of
thing.
influencer and pod host and all that, I can peel.
Well, it ain't that. It's just now. Just flip the script. Just flip the script, and
we ain't doing that. We're not giving nobody room for.
well, that's what you think. They in our comments.
We're just there in the comments, but
it's
we're
people
talking about.
Listen, it's people in the comments saying that, yo, do some research on the joint. You giving misinformation. It's people that's saying that in our joints.
Yeah,
but
but
now imagine if that's an influencer saying that and putting their website at the bottom of the joint and all that. Yo, somebody gonna step to them. It's probably gonna be me. Like, yo, get the hell off of here with all that nonsense, homie. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So before you get to that point, you just gotta be mindful that, you know what I mean? Like, this shit might come back.
But do we have because I've been an influencer for a minute right now, right?
Yeah.
And I have seen people get away with some wild, outrageous BS online that literally is not the truth.
Yeah, sometimes people don't know
That have influence,
game.
that literally try to regurgitate something that they've seen or heard.
They might not know the whole. They might not know
Then
the
you
whole
shouldn't be
joint.
talking about it.
Yeah, well, that ain't the
Because-
way it goes.
because-
right,
because
everybody got a mic
I'm
right
with
now.
you.
Everybody got a camera right now.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
But it's like, as a position of an influencer, I only really talk about things that I know. And if I don't, I preface by saying, yo, I don't know, or I'm not sure. I never give you concrete information about something that I'm not concrete about.
I totally get it.
And most of the time, I'm only going to give you information about something that I've done.
Yeah, so one thing that you have over everybody is you understand the brand that you've created. And the one false move, like, it's going to be hard to pick up, you know, all the pieces and put stuff back together. So you got to be strategic about everything you say and do when there's a watchful eye, which is damn near all the time, because everybody know this beard and this damn haircut. Like, wherever they see you at, it's on all your clothes, it's on everything. So you got to be mindful of that all the time, and which you are now because you've been an influencer for quite some time. So I'm just telling Rod that, yo, you just gotta, you know, you gotta play it cool. You gotta sit back, and if some of these
Maybe
people,
he Suge Knighted this joint.
maybe he should just unfollow these
He's
people.
no Suge, man.
You should just unfollow them, because, like, it's just, you know, when you were just a consumer, then it was something that you say, oh, you know, hey, that's cool, and you like, and then you comment and you do a paragraph and things like that. But you're not a consumer anymore. You know,
So if
you're
your brother had seen that and ran out and bought life insurance first,
my brother never even had a damn driver's license.
But I'm just saying, somebody's near and dear to you, if they're influenced enough to act on misinformation, that's cool.
Motherfuckers doing it every day, dog. They doing it every day.
Yeah, I know, but
So, question though, as a fitness influencer, right? And you're more than that, but as a influencer that also dabbles in fitness,
I don't follow a lot of fitness people
because of
so
that.
I don't see a lot of it.
Because of
I don't follow a lot of motivational speakers.
Because of that.
Yeah, so because I'm gonna get mad. I think Rod the one told me stop following him.
yeah, that was,
I used to say stuff about
that
it.
was
You know what I mean?
toxic
Stuff
on
like
that- on
that.
that
So
one
yeah,
particular
it's
one.
just,
You did used to have a lot.
yeah,
of
yeah. So I just kind of, you know, let it go.
Do
So,
you believe that because you have the right information, you have a responsibility to speak up?
Absolutely, I gotta no, not to speak up, but to create my
your own
content
platform.
based on, and that's what I told him. I said, dog, all you gotta do is create the content that you know the people need and want, based off of the stuff that you see is wrong on
That
the
is a
joint.
good solution,
That's
though,
all
right?
you gotta do.
So that's the response. But do we have a responsibility to correct, or are we not
so
the
he's
correct
saying
police?
no, we don't.
No.
Lynch is saying we don't.
No,
But
not
But
there.
and not in a way, but correct it on your own platform.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you correct it on. Yeah, you just create the content. It gives you viable reason to create the content based around information that's being spewed out there.
All right,
that you know it ain't.
tag
if you have a business partner and y'all are making money,
Nah, hold on.
get a buy-sell agreement.
Hold on, big
first.
dog. Hold on, please, hold on, because there's 1 million people that are watching. We got 4,000 people or something like that. They watch us and they watch them. So what we not gonna do is let them go tag them and say, yo, these niggas talking about y'all. We're not gonna do that. This is what I'm telling you. We're not gonna do. And I know you 6'5" and you gonna beat the pummel a motherfucker.
I ain't trying to pummel nobody.
I already know how it goes.
I think he's just. The thing is, I don't know the
seeds,
post, but you're
Right.
frustrated because you seen something that was wrong and you expected it to be different from them.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
I get it. I totally get it.
And those are my guys too.
And take 2 more minutes to be complete, right? I
used to have that same. I used to have that same frustration too, bro. Because I like as making a lot of real estate content, and it became popular to make the content just because people wanted to be popular.
Right.
Like I didn't start this to be popular. I started because I was really documenting my journey. But I get what you're saying, man. It becomes frustrating, and then in the beginning, you know what? I actually used to try to respond in a manner that was non-confrontational, just like, yo, I think that you should. Here's another way, or something like that within their posts. And then I decided, yo, let me just create the content that's right.
Yeah.
So people can't. So that way, I'm on wax for providing what I actually went through and what is actually factual, and not some regurgitated somebody else's YouTube video or article or so on and so forth. Because I don't report the news. I only report what I did.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can dig it. Yo, I got so I do these 1 minute motivational joints on the news and everything, right? And I could really expound on these topics and give like some dope information, but to open up another section of it and try to get this point across in a minute is going to be tough. So if you had another expert that dissected my minute joint, they might be like, yo, why he ain't say this, that, and the third? Right. And then if they came on all my posts and did that, then we literally be beefing. You understand what I'm saying? So scripture is best understood in context sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And the context for this is you got to let people do what they do where they at. Like that's they joint. Like that's they shit, and that's how they. You know what I mean? Like if niggas selling bad dope over here or selling the 7, then I know my shit is a 9. Then all I'm gonna do is make sure that when I put my samples out, that everybody around town know that I got a 9.
I needed that street reference. I'm good.
You know what I mean? Like my 9, once the word get out.
Yeah, going back to the lab. I need it. That's what I need.
No, check it out. Once the word get out that I got a 9, everybody lined up for my shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's not with me going over and saying, yo, these niggas got a 7. The 9 gonna speak over the 7 all day long. It's like, yo.
And y'all are committed to put out more of that them samples because
that dope.
All of y'all got some equipment.
We got the equipment. We set up.
I'm about to EA about to run over to everybody's house, set everybody up.
I
got too much information to
I need another week because I had to reorder some stuff because I didn't get all the information.
I didn't say when we coming, but I'm gonna come. We'll pull up.
You got Prime.
I do have Prime.
It'll be there before EA be there. All in
that was your best. That was your best, yeah.
Yo, so check this out. So you know we were talking about Live Nation, right?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know Live Nation on Ticketmaster. But anyways, Live Nation / Ticketmaster put some money into this company called Liquid Death. Have you heard of them?
No, I never heard of it.
Bro, check them out on your phone. Liquid Death. And I want you to just look at the can. And when you look at the can, tell me what you see.
You see you got it right?
Yeah, Liquid Death, man. I see the can. It's sparkling water.
Mm-hmm. It's water.
Straight from the Alps.
They just came out with some sparkling.
Yeah.
Straight from the Alps.
It's water. What it look like, though? You see
the can?
Oh,
it looks like a sideways skull.
It's a skull.
Yeah, but what the can look like? If you was in the store,
it look like a beer.
Exactly.
It looks like a beer. Yeah.
Right. Crazy. So
Murder your
Live
thirst.
Nation put money in them, but beyond that, they are I was watching a YouTube video. They're the fastest growing non-alcohol beverage brand of all time.
Yeah.
The growth of all time.
Wow.
Yo, they said EA said what they say. They valued $700 million in the latest raise, and they only been out for a couple years. And I noticed this. I'm talking. Because you know we got
sauce, man.
We got R7 in here.
What's the secret sauce here?
The marketing.
The marketing.
The marketing.
Yeah.
So they had a video. Their first commercial went viral on YouTube, and I forgot what it was.
I got you. All right. So basically, they had a commercial of a house party, right? These basically 9-year-old, 10-year-old kids having a house party, and making it seem like that they're basically getting wasted, but they all have cans of Liquid Death.
Wow.
So they're going crazy. They're like doing keg stands, all these different things that you would see like as adults. And then at the end, this mom walks in basically to kind of break up the party and then opens up a can and it makes you think that she's actually pregnant in the actual video to make it seem like that she's drinking beer too. But then they kind of just throw the whole spin like just relax, it's just only water type of thing.
So you see what I talked about, the commercial and the creative before on why they buy products?
Yeah.
Now this ain't the first water that's made in the Alps. This ain't the only water that's made in the Alps.
Right.
The can looked like a can of Deuce.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And people is running around drinking in a can that looked like a beer, but it's water, and they make they value to $700 million.
I try to tell y'all why, but y'all you want to keep skipping the root and everything.
Why? Tell me.
So I told them, pull it up real quick so you can see it real quick.
So some other stats while he's pulling that up. They donate 10% of all of their profits to help kill plastic pollution. So they have a social.
Well, yeah, anybody
edge
that
to it.
puts canned water in a non-traditional thing, and here's another thing that when Live Nation partnered with them, that also helped their evaluation go crazy. Live Nation committed to doing like exclusively selling their cans of water at their shows.
At all the shows. Yeah.
Do you know how crazy that is?
Oh, yeah,
So
it's
now I'm sure Coachella and all these other concerts and venues,
Right.
the only water all these people
That's all
seeing.
they're gonna have.
So if you spend the 8
That's
racks
why
on a
we can't
Beyonce
get,
joint,
That's why we can't get the R7 in the stadiums, because you got to have a Pepsi or Coca-Cola distribution. So the same thing.
but not only that, so here's goes back to the monopoly.
Here's the monopoly. Yeah.
Right? You own all the concert venues.
Right.
You sell all the tickets. And so now when somebody wants to get in, it's probably going to be in with a company they already own.
Right. The whole monopoly, the whole thing.
But you also have to think about too, right? So if you've ever been to a concert or a club or whatever like that, normally when they have the fountain drinks with the little gun and you can do your soda,
It's Pepsi or Coke.
they'll normally give you water through that, right? And it's normally for free.
Correct.
But now, whenever you go to any of these concerts and stuff like that, they don't even give you those anymore. Like
No
you
free
literally
water.
no free water anymore. And you gotta think about it. Like that's probably been the biggest loser in that business forever.
So if
And now
you go to the Beyonce joint with your wife, you're going to have to drink liquid wet because you drink water.
Yep. I can dig it.
And you got to pay $9 for that joint.
I know it. I already know it.
And it tastes like it came out the back of a toilet bowl, bro. Like it.
Yeah, I think it's.
I believe it.
You tasted it, Ian?
Wait,
Yeah,
y'all need to be
it's-
quiet, because if they decide to give us money to be on, I like liquid wet.
This
Lynch
is now
ain't taking it.
This
Lynch
is now
ain't taking money
sponsored
from,
by
from Liquid Death. He ain't taking money from Crocs. He's not taking money from Adidas.
Crocs, why you doing Crocs?
Cause he ain't doing Crocs.
I
Lynch.
don't fuck with it.
Let's not
like
do
I don't
Crocs.
I don't wear Crocs. I don't.
I got some Crocs just the other day.
Bro.
I'm gonna tell you something. First of all, I've never envisioned myself buying some Crocs, but I got these Crocs they convertible.
Yeah.
So they go from like regular to sports mode.
Yeah, all of them do.
They all do that?
Yeah.
So you have some?
Yeah.
I'm at the age now where I'm buying things based upon comfort.
Comfort, yeah.
You're not there yet?
I'm comfortable. I'm good.
He's
But you haven't tried Crocs.
But he has that.
And these ones you could scuffle in. Because I remember your story last time how like you don't want to be in those sandals because you won't get caught slipping.
I don't wear
He's not-
Crocs.
he's
I'm
not
not
wearing
wearing
it.
Crocs. None of that.
You
So
never
my-
gonna wear Crocs.
my-
So
barber.
I got somebody about to send me some, like, they about to send me the clothes and all that different type of stuff. So they asked me the marketing people.
So somebody
They said,
styling you for the pod.
No. I'm about to for partnerships and deals and shit,
Influence.
right?
Somebody's
They're about to
influencing.
send me.
Oh.
No, they're about to send me a whole bunch of clothes. So they said, "Yo, Adidas or Under Armour." Guess what I told them?
Under Armour.
I said, "I'm not fucking with Adidas right now because of Kanye. Send me Under Armour."
Facts.
Yeah.
So they about to send me a whole box load of clothes from Under Armour for free.
But what did Crocs do to you?
I don't
It's the
fuck with
slippers.
Crocs. I don't fuck
They're
with
slippers.
slippers.
What
It's Crocs.
No, these ones ain't slippers, bro.
I don't fuck with none of them shits.
they
I don't
like
have
slippers.
no Crocs. I'm not
I used
owning
to
them
feel the
shits
same
no
way,
more.
bro.
I feel you, dog.
I'm just saying, as long as you keep an open mind down the road, because you can still scrap in these.
I feel you. So I don't drink beer.
Yeah, I don't either.
No, so what I'm saying is that if they come to the podcast and they say, "Yo, y'all, here go the bag. We need y'all to market
You know
the beer."
I'm Muslim. I couldn't even take that money.
Oh, I'm just saying that don't count me in on that joint because
I'm not in there.
I don't drink. You understand what I'm saying?
Nah, the universe is going to send Adidas to him with
I'm not
a
rocking with
monster,
Adidas either. I'm
with
not
a
taking Adidas.
monstrous bag.
Bro,
And
I
we-
dig.
I'm not rocking with Adidas either. But how big is the bag they offer?
Let's say let's say first year $1 million. It's gonna be a 5-year deal. By the 5th year is at $5 million.
Nah.
I'm just
A million deal, I could.
So
nah, I
with
could
the home,
print
but
a million.
what I'm saying is, okay, I got the homies, right? I got agent 1, agent 2, right? We can't go to the next company and say, here's what Adidas is offering.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, then why I need to take it?
I'm just saying.
I wouldn't take $1 million. I wouldn't take $1 million
$1
Adidas deal anyways.
Well, Max, you huge. You know what I'm saying? Like you, Max. I'm Lynch.
I mean, they just don't have good shoes right now.
I'll tell you my Croc story.
No,
Tell us the Croc story.
So years ago, man,
You was wearing Crocs back then?
No. So the way Crocs launched, they launched with these these joints. What are the things in the mall like the
Kiosk.
Yeah, the kiosk. That's how they launched with kiosk.
Okay.
You can get a Crocs kiosk.
I used to have one.
Did you?
Yeah,
For real?
Well, I used to have a kiosk, yeah, in the mall. In Haynesville.
A Crocs kiosk?
No.
No, kiosk. He said he used to have kiosk.
So I'm in Myrtle Beach at the Tanger Outlet. So dude has a kiosk of Crocs. Hey, come on. Went over, talked to him. I look at these things and he's like, yo, you can get in on this. You can get a kiosk and you can get in. It's going to be an amazing company. We're going to sell. And I'm looking at these things like there's no way. And then they only had limited colors, way back then. And dude offered me to get a kiosk, and it wasn't a ridiculous amount of money. And I was like, there's no freaking way I would have. I'm not selling these. I'm not wearing them, and walked away. And today,
you missed the wave. You missed the wave.
I ended up paying them to wear them. Definitely missed the wave.
Missed the wave.
Missed the wave.
Skeptic.
And that's happened a few times. That's happened.
So you could have exited out of Croc stores and stuff.
Absolutely.
You probably had a territory.
So why you ain't like them then?
They're ugly.
Yeah, they were unattractive.
They're still ugly.
Yeah,
It's probably the same shoe.
They look
still
the same.
ugly.
They look the
It's
same.
probably the same exact shoe.
No, it's different, but they ugly.
I'm trying to make a point.
Okay, go ahead.
Why we rocking with them now?
Because I'm at the age where I'm now buying stuff for comfort.
I'm not saying
So
that.
I have the pair of Crocs that is in a collaboration with the black guy that is the head designer at Gucci. I don't remember his name, but I have those Crocs.
Okay.
Gotcha.
They mashed his design with the Crocs. So I'm telling you, bro, I got a full shoe.
You should wear those on the next.
I got
pod.
it. So I was gonna wear them
on the
today,
next
actually.
pod.
So I think Max is kind of answering the question. So I've been trying to point to you
I'm
guys.
not answering.
So like,
That's
I feel
not
like
the question.
Crocs is going through the Timberland effect, right?
I'm from the South. We didn't do that. We didn't have the Timberland effect down here. We was wearing lugs, and we was wearing
lug
other
boots.
joints. We didn't.
Lug
boots. We didn't have the Timberland effect.
We went through those too. But the whole point of the Timberland effect is just that like they weren't meant to be kind of like on the urban side, but like black people made it popular.
It's not the same. Though.
And I feel like
yeah, it's not the same. It's right. It's us taking stuff that's there. We took work boots and made them cool. Crocs were never.
People don't know that Timberland
never a
is
purpose.
literally a work boot. Like I have some actual Timberland real work boots that some steel toes. I forgot what I was doing one day and I wanted to buy some steel toes. I was working down at the barn at the house.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need some steel toes. Just in case some horse step on my shoe. And so I bought some real Timberland boots. Expensive as hell. It was actually more than the joints you wear in New York.
Yeah. We just repurposed them, and made them cool. Crocs were
New
never
York. Oh, man.
anything. They
I think
weren't used for anything.
I think that's for your generation. Like the younger generation is killing it right now.
And
the
what,
thing
Crocs?
is, and now, yeah, Crocs and
Yeah.
and
No,
basically-
my point is, Timberlands had a purpose.
What was the purpose for Timberlands?
They were work boots.
Not for
And
black
then we
people?
made them cool. No. But then we made them cool.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying the Crocs never had a purpose, and then we flipped it and made it cool. They were just, eclectic, and then they got real smart when they put the little things on them. You can put all the
collectible joints.
Yeah, and
with the little lapel pins.
Yeah. I forget what they're called.
But Rod, you used to work at McDonald's when you were younger, right? Like in college or stuff.
Absolutely.
Right. So isn't Crocs like the number one like non-slip shoe? Like so, basically like
Nobody
people-
wore Crocs. Nobody.
I know back then, but now they're
They
using
didn't even
those.
wear shoes when he was working at McDonald's.
Absolutely. Slid around barefoot.
Yeah.
That's it. Picking up fries with your feet. Slide through the grease, baby.
Definitely sliding back then. Joe.
Definitely sliding back.
Absolutely. Shit.
He worked
we
at
were-
the first McDonald's.
we were-
Actually. You know the one in the
absolutely.
movie?
Yeah,
What was
foot cheese, and the mac
McDowell's.
sauce.
Yeah. McDowell's. Right. Absolutely. Now,
You worked at McDowell's,
A
right?
McFlurry, you
Word.
put the cookies on the bottom. You know what I'm saying?
Say what?
A McFlurry is just the one you put the cookies on the bottom.
Their buns had no seeds.
No, that's sesame seed buns, man. Just for Big Macs. Oh. No, that's not true. For do quarter pounders have sesame seeds? I don't remember. I know. Listen, When I worked at McDonald's, I invented the double quarter pounder with cheese because we can cook our own food for break.
You invented the double pounder.
Absolutely.
Here we go with this shit.
I invented the double. I tell my kids too. I invented the double fillet of fish.
50 minutes and 5 seconds. Here's the micro.
I invented the double fillet of fish because I used to make, because we can make our own food for break, and I did. I
believe that because
so I am sitting here with the man that invented the double cheeseburger.
Absolutely. Did I get any credit for it? Absolutely not.
You know we got to call Adrian.
So we know somebody that could probably give you some credit.
Call him.
We can get you employee of the month. What year was this?
I don't remember the year. It was 100 years ago. It was a long time ago. But we got to cook our own food for break, and I would sneak and make a double quarter.
Yo, listen.
Keith Lee.
Listen
That's
to me,
80
bro.
what? 80 what? How old is you, Rod?
So that was 89.
So listen, Rod.
89.
In your Instagram bio, you have to change, not change, but add inventor of the double quarter
founder.
pounder.
Yeah, I like founder.
And then
Founder of the double.
and then rate it 1 to 10.
Who was Keith Lee?
Wow, you out of touch, bro.
I don't know who Keith
I know you don't know. You don't watch nothing. You sleep. You got to be sleeping 2 hours.
Keith Lee.
All right, so this is another thing to talk about. This is great, man. I'm glad we. So Keith Lee is a gentleman out in Las Vegas. He used to be a UFC fighter.
Okay.
Right. He's a black guy. I would say he's probably in his early 30s, late 20s, and the guy is on TikTok and he does food reviews. Right. Literally, hi, my name is Keith Lee, and today I'm gonna try, like, very monotone voice. He does it up. That's his personality. Looks like a cool dude. Matter of fact, he was just in North Carolina. So he does these food reviews, and he's dumb popular. So he would go to these hole-in-the-wall restaurants and rate them without people knowing who he was. And he would go there and review them online. And literally, at first I heard about him, he did a pizza shop, completely changed the pizza shop trajectory. He did a dude that owned a food cart, black dude that owned a food cart. Completely made $50,000 that weekend or something. Wow. Like, he changes restaurants. He rates the service, the food, and he's dead honest. Right? But he was the one who invented the Chipotle, him and his sister or something. The Chipotle one where you go in there and add, like, you ask for a quesadilla with the steak, and then you do this. And
Chipotle, yeah. Like, he invented the restaurant?
No.
The style? Okay.
Just like you invented the double quarter pounder.
Yeah.
He went there and did a menu hack. So it was this thing.
This nigga old for real, dog.
Hey, give me my prop. Hey, my resume is just thick, man, with stuff you had no idea. 10 million followers on TikTok.
He's got 10 million followers on TikTok. Man, I'm just gonna show you a video because it's just ridiculous.
No, finish the hack. What did he do with the Chipotle?
So he went to Chipotle and he ordered some things on the menu and pieced them together, and it came out to like a few dollars. But and then he came home and reviewed them. Yeah. Right? And it blew up. So everybody in the world was going to Chipotle and doing this menu hack. They literally, Chipotle quarter.
You could order all the sides and it'd be cheaper than.
And he had made the quesadilla with the steak. And so he invented this whole thing, and it was, I don't know, it was like $3-4.
It was cheaper than the bowl or the thing. Yeah. Wow.
So then he reviewed it and it went viral.
I gotta check
Chipotle had to tell all the stores, stop selling this. But then they hit Keith Lee up and said, we're gonna add this to our menu. So now he has a partnership with Chipotle, and they paid him a bag, according to what I heard. That so he had to make a video, say, okay, he made a video where he's about to go into Chipotle. And he was like, I know what you about to do. You about to go order that thing. You can't do it. You gotta wait. They about to launch the real menu item. And so he made a bag. So anyways, he was just in North Carolina. He just did a video with Mr. Beast. Dude is blowing, like, literally will change a business in a minute.
Wow.
And so I think where he gets his inspiration from is he scrolls through TikTok and sees people who have like a failing business, and he wants to go see why they fail. Is it customer service or the food? So he goes, now he's so popular, he goes in disguises. So his sister is a makeup artist, like a visual effects makeup artist. Yeah. So she puts these makeup things on. So he go in there as a 90-year-old man. They don't know who he is. He rates the customer service.
Wow.
Blah, blah, blah. And then he goes home without them knowing, and then he rates the food.
Wow.
That's good. Yeah, that's dope.
And it's like, and he's literally sitting at a kid's table, right? In a kid's chair. You got to watch the video.
I got to check him out.
You got to watch the video.
That's
Now I
dope.
know who Keith Lee is. Wow, that's dope.
I'm gonna send you a video when we get done.
How long has it taken him to grow his followings?
Probably all within the last like 1 year.
Wow,
Less than a year.
a year of consistency, and he's doing what he's doing.
It probably took in the last 4 months. He probably blew up.
Gotcha. That's when you hit that. Every now and you got to stay consistent, and then you hit that gusher. That's probably what happened to him.
Yeah, but here's the crazy thing. He has the power now to change the entire trajectory of any brand, food brand, period, right now.
Wow.
Any store, so Mr. Beast, you know what Mr. Beast is, right? The most followed person on YouTube ever, Wilmington guy.
Yeah.
Was like, hey, you should review X. And he said, Mr. V, I would only review blank if you donate something to some charity or something like that. And then I guess they just linked up like this past week. He was in North Carolina. He tried Waffle House, because remember, he don't have no Waffle House out there.
Right.
Where he lived in Vegas, I believe. And then he tried Bojangles. Said Bojangles was trash. We say the same thing out in North Carolina. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Wow.
But if they want to be a sponsor, we taking Bojangles money?
Me?
Us.
Oh, I eat some chicken.
Yeah, I'm saying, but we'll take their money.
Yeah, we can take Bojangles money. Yeah, we can take Bojangles.
I did a shoot with them already before.
It's a short list,
we
man.
can take-
It's a short
we can
list.
take Bojangles money.
It's a short list.
Bojangles, North Carolina company. It's in Charlotte.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we rocking.
So supposedly Mr. Beast. Speaking of Mr. Beast, he healed some blind people.
Oh, I thought that was super dope. He was giving them money too afterwards.
He healed them. Like
I saw him
So
giving
So
them
my
a bag
wife went on a
afterwards.
missionary trip like that when she went. They did. I think she was in Somalia?
so was it surgery or something? Or did,
Yeah, it's a surgery
Okay.
that removes like the cataract or
Gotcha.
something over your eye.
Gotcha.
It's a couple $100, but it's where people can't afford it in those countries. A couple $100 is a lot of money, man.
Right.
So kudos to him. I heard the video did 53 million views in a day.
Yeah,
Wow.
crazy.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. Because when I saw the headline, I'm thinking Benny Hinn healed.
Oh, like, huh?
Yeah.
What was his name again?
Benny Hinn.
He still alive?
Yeah.
He the one who sell that water.
I'm not.
The prayer water?
I'm not sure.
Get your prayer package.
I better not
No,
say
that was the
nothing.
guy on BT.
I'm
Remember
not-
BT late night? Used to wake up.
Wait. He's uncomfortable because we're not being.
Well, Creflo Dollar.
We're not being. What is it?
What
is the thing? You got.
No, that was etiquette.
Yeah. The influencer etiquette. We're violating.
Oh, no,
there was no influencers.
Okay, I'm just
this joint
checking.
right here. So you don't get the concept. You don't get it. You gonna fuck it up again. You gonna fuck it up. You gonna do it
You
again.
know what? But I got you right here to guide me and to correct me.
Yeah, when we be at one of these events, I gotta help them. We gotta help fight these niggas off too.
But but listen, it's crazy because he went from he was on UFC. I think he was on one of them television shows or something like that for a quick minute. Or anyway, he was a UFC fighter. He didn't make it to where he wanted to make it, and he turns out now where he's just like
Kill
he's just killing it.
Right.
I mean, but it just shows you like social and that consistency just gets you. And a lot of people like, for what we know, it's his TikTok's only a year old, but a year worth of consistency gets you blank. 1 year. So for the next 3-4 years, he's gonna hustle, grind, and change his entire trajectory of his entire life. It's kind of what we talked about.
For a year.
super dope.
So we're pretty much telling people that, that's a part of the hack, right? That's a part of the blueprint. But people will post for a week and be like, this ain't working.
Nothing worked.
That delayed gratification that you talked about last time, it's
Yeah.
just not there. And then the mindset has to be such that it's not, I'm not going to stop until I get to where I want to be.
That part.
Or I should be.
Yeah, that part.
That's the hard part, man. That's the hard part.
Not really. Not
Then
for the
along the
person
way, you got
not
influencers
really. Not for the
giving false
person that has
information.
vision. It's just
Not the
Not
person
really.
that has what?
vision. Like the person that is theirs, it's that thing that was put inside them.
Yeah.
You can't tell us to stop. Like you're not stopping. You're not slowing down. You're about to hella high water. You about to.
How
make
does
that
somebody
shit
get that though? Like I think we take that for granted. Like
I don't.
Well, I mean,
I'm on it.
in the sense that like it's such a, it's now ingrained into our DNA, right? Like us setting a goal, creating a task, and completing it, it's expected. You know how many people don't even have the foresight to set a goal or a task to complete? I mean, literally, they go through their whole life.
Yeah.
How do you get that obsessive personality that puts you over the hill? Like,
I think it's like 1 or 2 wins. You know what I mean? I just think we all like 1 or 2 wins away from like going hard. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, if you lose 2 straight, you quit. You remember the video game back in the day? You know what I mean? You don't reset it a couple times. You know what I mean? After that, you're like, oh, this game stinks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Or you might throw it, or you just, oh man, I'm no good at this. It's that type of deal. You know, I just think we like 1 or 2 wins away from, you know, just being an expert at it or trying to be an expert at it. I mean, just to put it simple.
So evidence, basically.
Yeah, I think we're just not sticking with stuff long enough.
But faith is, you know, you keep going and without evidence.
I mean, that's what they say. But
You think that's a lie?
success leaves clues.
yeah, we see the next step. Somebody see it. It might only be 1 step. We might have saw somebody else take a step and be like, yeah, it's a step there. You know what I'm saying? It's just some of us, and then some people like, man, fuck them steps. Just an elevator around the corner.
But think about this. There's people literally that go through their entire life that have no goal.
Absolutely. It ain't people.
I find that hard to believe, man.
I know, and I said the same thing, bro. I find that hard to believe, but it's literally people go through their entire life.
We're not even created. We're created to grow.
I'll say their adult life.
Okay. Maybe, okay.
Their adult life. I mean, it's easy to get in the grind of complacency, of I get a yearly promotion, a yearly raise.
Yes.
And that's not even a goal. It's just something that is in the pathway of attending.
Well, I think that's the problem. That's the problem. Once we got indoctrinated to the American dream, then we got lured to sleep. And we got into them jobs and all that stuff, and we stopped being, he just said, creative. And we were created to actually grow, but you will be in your likeness, or you will be in the likeness when you're doing the things that you're supposed to do, which is create and grow. You're supposed to continue to do that shit.
So my daughter gave me a book, the Voice of Knowledge, dope book. I recommend everybody get that book. And the author talks about the great conflict. And on Sunday mornings at 11 o'clock, somebody will tell you the great conflict is that of good and evil. But the author suggests that it is truth and lies. And basically says that we all only knew the truth until we were fed a bunch of lies. And even sitting here today and in this conversation, it's based on lies. It's not based on truth, because you were told what to be, how to be it, and some people kind of overcome and recognize that they were lied to and start living out their truth, but most people don't, right? And they're hooked on, and it's programming. They're hooked and they're programmed to operate and function basically by principles that are lies. Right. And so
my systems that was given to us.
That was given to us.
Right.
Because, he said
when we were kids, when we were babies, we operated, instinctual.
Yeah,
we operated off of instincts. Yeah. We don't do that anymore.
Like when you're a child, he talks about like being a kid, nobody had to tell you to play. Right. Or to be curious.
But we get programmed to sit your ass down.
Exactly.
You're doing too much.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
You got ADHD.
Right.
You got all, so, and then we grow up, and then again, we shake off some of them, but then again, we're adults, and the people that you said never had goals.
Right. Are telling us how to act. They're telling us to be good.
Goals.
It tells us to be good and do what everybody else. This is how everybody else sits and do that. Now they got us sitting behind a desk doing some shit for 8-9 hours for 30 years, and boom, we can get a white picket fence and 2 cars, and you good.
If you want to be successful, graduate with good grades out of high school,
Boom.
Go borrow a bunch of money, go to this other educational institution, be there for 4 years, graduate with a bunch of debt, get a good job,
Go.
and
Go back
save
to
a
school.
bunch of money, or go back to another higher
want that
learning
promotion.
education and get more debt. And so so that's it's programming. And so then somebody is stuck in the matrix and they can't shake out of it. So, and it feels good because that's how they were programmed.
Yeah, I just think for me it's kind of it's a little frustrating to want to see everyone to do good in their own right.
Yeah.
And for some people to move and wake up every day with no goal. It's weird.
I even like if somebody wakes up every day, right, with no goal, they have a goal to not have a goal, or they have a goal to do nothing. That's like saying people have empty thoughts or empty brains.
I don't even think
or-
it's that. It's the fact that it's just like, if I don't do anything today, they don't believe that it's a consequence that day. It's not going to be a consequence.
Yeah, I
It's a
mean,
great
it's not
point.
even
It's
the
a great
goal of
point.
like getting to work or anything like that, or like even having a goal at work that you want to get to upper management in 5 years or something like that.
Right.
Right.
I don't know. That's a goal.
Right. Yeah.
But like to just be like, yeah, I go to work at 3, I get off at, and every day, and then you don't have like, oh, I can't wait for the weekend, and then like Beyonce's tickets come out, I got to find a way to get those.
Yeah.
You gotta make a way to get that 9.
Yo, y'all hear me
nine
say this
reps.
stuff all the time. Only 3% of society writes down their goals. But that 3% of society is more successful than the other 97%.
So let's change this. If you're watching this right now or listening to this right now, if you're watching on YouTube, type 3 goals in the comments. Don't explain them. 1, 2, 3, 3 goals.
I think they should just jot down 1, because 3, they ain't going to do it.
All right, put 1 goal in the comment.
Word.
Put 1 goal in the comment. If you're listening to this on podcast, go to the notes section in your phone
Yes.
and write down 1 goal
Yep.
and make that joint a reminder every day.
Well,
Is that because you work with people who
yeah,
don't
go one
have
step.
goals?
I'm gonna go one step further. After you write down that 1 goal, this is what I want you to do. I want you to figure out a way to answer that goal. So take that goal, write it down in the form of a question. So what are all the things that I can do to open up my business, and then put a date to it. 12 months from now. What are all the things I can do to open up my business by February 1st, 2024? Then answer that question 20 times. You will have your action steps to do for the next 12 months. I'm guarantee you your life will change in 12 months by this one exercise. This is personal development at its finest. So you write that goal down. So you take that goal, you write it down. Boom, y'all put it down. Now we're gonna write it down in the form of a question. So it's a subjective exercise that stimulates the superconscious mind, which is the gateway to the all-knowing, the all-seeing, all the answers, the divine, intelligence, right? And once you open up that door, then you're asking these questions. You're starting to ask the right questions. Now, remember we said you have not because you ask not?
Yep.
Now you're answering these questions, and literally, boom, you're going to start to do the things that you can do, and it's going to give you a step-by-step comprehensive way to actually open up your business by February 2024.
And it will appear.
And it shall appear. That's
shall
right.
appear.
That's
Gotcha.
right. The author of that book that he was talking about is Don Miguel Ruiz. He's also the author of the 4 Agreements and the 5th Agreement. But this is a dope book. We were listening to it on the way. We actually rode together today.
I seen that when y'all buzzed
Yeah, so we rode together today, and we got a chance to kind of listen to the audio, on the way here too. This is dope.
Yeah, man. I hope people take from this. Obviously we joke and laugh around, and the whole point of this podcast is obviously to share some experiences that we have fun. But at the end of the day, we want to see everybody do good, whatever do good looks like to them.
Yeah.
And I know that you can't do good without goals.
So that's the thing. That is everything in this nutshell that we have not defined good for ourselves. And then us, since we have defined good or great or what we want our end to look like, we look back now and we look at everybody else and be like, man, why haven't y'all done this? Or why don't y'all do this? And that's where the big, tension or conflict or,
Mediocre people hate.
Yeah.
Back to that.
Yep. High achievers hate mediocre people and mediocre people hate high achievers. That's it. That's where the tension coming at.
I just want everybody to set some goals. Write down one goal, like he said, and make something happen to this because it is man, tomorrow's not promised.
Yo, just think about what I said, right? And say you had no goals, but you wrote the goal down now, right? Say you just wrote it down and it was to create remember y'all told them a couple weeks ago, make your hobby your side hustle or something like that. Remember that? Mm-hmm. So imagine if this person wrote that down now. So it's like you want to make my you know what I did when I went back and watched that? I realized that my side hustle was speaking. And y'all was like, watch your hobby turn into, the main joint and all that different type of stuff. And then like the speaking has actually turned into like my main joint. So that was pretty dope. Y'all helped me come up with that. So real quick, Max, real quick. So you jot this joint down, right? And let's just say it's to open up the business, right? And you sitting there and you usually would bog your brain about, well, I don't have the location and I don't have enough money to get the inventory or whatever it is, and you won't do nothing. But you answer this question 20 times, and one of them is to get the LLC. Right. So you're like, man, look, I got $125, I got $300, I got whatever it costs to get that. Like, Max, you know some people that do that stuff right now, right? So you that's a step that you literally can take right now, and it's a pick and shovel that we actually got that we could put in the bottom of the thing. So if anybody has the goal to open up their business and you don't have the LLC, it's one of the first steps you can actually take tomorrow or today or right now if you just go down to the bottom of the comments, and we got a whole company that can do it for you. And like, you understand what I'm saying? That gives you that confidence to take that next step.
I mean, I believe that too, because like, for example, something simple, I know people say, yo, you can't get an LLC and just think you're going to start making money. But people that don't want to see success leaving clues, like for them, opening up an LLC and getting an LLC bank account is literally a high achievement.
Absolutely. Because you ain't even had a joint and you sold the first joint, so you couldn't even cash the check.
Couldn't even cash the check.
Right.
So it was for some people that need to, want to spend $125 and go open up a North Carolina LLC, go down to your local bank, put $10 in it. Now you got a bank. Now you run around telling, I got an LLC in my own bank. Now you forced to want to force money in that joint.
And take another step, because now you like, man, I got a name, I got an LLC, I got an EIN. Like, I got a business.
EIN's free. LLC's North Carolina's $125.
Let me open up my social media profiles in my business. Boom.
Get started.
And while you doing all, you like, dang, I got to come up with a name.
And all of that costs $125. And you can use OpenAI to come up with a name for the free.
ChatGPT, dude.
ChatGPT, baby.
I know if they come with a sponsorship,
you heard. I was about to say, how much these guys pay you?
Waving the flag, man. Waving that motherfucking flag.
No, but yeah. I hope people have learned something from this, because it's just, it's time for us, man. It's time for you. It's time for you to do what you want to do. And, we sit here and try to tell you and show you an example of.
So what would happen if us and other people who have similar aims just said, you know what? We're just going to focus on and take the people that want to go. I feel like sometimes we're begging. I feel like we're begging.
I battle with that all the time.
Just rocking with the people. Yo, you want to go? Come on, let's go. If you don't want to go, fine. Deuces. See when we get back.
Some days I want to say that. Most days I want to say that.
Right.
What ends up happening, I be trying to save the ones that don't want to be saved anyways.
Yeah.
And it's just the person in me that's like, I'm going to catch the ones that want to go, but there's this one person that don't believe me that the room next door is on fire, and I'm trying to pull them out of the building.
Yeah. In this case, it's majority.
Yeah, it's majority of people.
Yeah. Listen, we have working on the mentorship program at a local high school, and I tell you what, these and we're doing an entrepreneurial
I'm just waiting on the call, y'all.
Listen,
I'm waiting on the call.
These cats,
I ain't even mess with y'all no more.
These teenagers are going to leave some of you adults in in their dust because they're hungry. They're hungry.
And they've grew up, and like literally you're talking about 13 to 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds. So they've grown up in an era where information was just, they can watch, even if they just got bits and pieces of just floating around on TV or the internet. Really the internet, things that we didn't even know existed. You know what I mean? They just getting even pieces of it that sparked their why, their 2-year-old.
So now we got the battery in their back now. So it's like, oh man, like we're gonna do this.
So am I not allowed to come over there?
Nah.
Yeah, you about to come. You about to come. I'm telling you,
Matter
about
of
to
fact,
come.
so some of them, they actually want to do a podcast. So they're going to kind of be like our studio audience next week, about 4 or 5 of the cats. So that would be a perfect time for you to come next week, because when we leave and come to record, they're going to come over, and because they're in Greensboro. So
yeah. So
I got a car. I can go to Greensboro.
No, I'm saying that's the perfect time. Next Wednesday is the perfect time for you to come. Show up.
So basically, like to pass the class, once we put together the businesses, they got to go sell. So now they got to make $500 to $1,000 to actually be the winners or to pass the class and the course and all that different type of stuff. So we literally taking it from, an idea to, inception and getting it.
So you can come and actually talk about, social media marketing, et cetera.
Marketing. All
You'll have the 3. So we've narrowed it down to, so we did this whole thing where we went through, they brought a whole bunch of problems that we could possibly solve. And then we narrowed it down to 3 that we're going to focus on. So I'll make sure you get that info, and then you come in, spit game, do what you do.
Let's do what we do. Well, listen, man, we're running late.
Yeah, that's it.
I think it's a dope pod.
Yeah, super dope.
Touched on a few things. I really hope people really just got something out of it. Period.
I know they did.
I know Crocs are going to be the next Timberlands.
You should have bought that kiosk. What you should have
bought that kiosk.
Don't worry.
Should have bought that kiosk. No, that's happened a bunch of times. Dude came into our office real quick. Dude came in our office and said, yo, I got this idea. Me, Ty, and Trent, we sat down, we're listening to him, and he's pitching. And he pitches a 6-second video site.
Vine?
And we go, 6 seconds?
Like, what? This was the Croc dude?
Nah, this is another guy.
Oh.
Comes in the office. Technology play. 6-second videos. When 6 second, people can upload 6 seconds of what? Anything they want to.
That turned into Vine, which was the first TikTok.
And so we're like,
crazy.
We're like, I don't think so. That makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to us. So
I think the videos on IG was 16 seconds or something when they first started.
It was all short. It was all very. They were copying. They were riding the wave of
Vine.
Yeah.
So so I missed out on that one too.
It's tough.
Wow.
Yeah. I got a bunch of irons in the fire, man. I got some dope stuff jumping off, man. We got this empowerment event about to jump off with my wife. That's pretty dope. I think it's March 4th. I'm excited because
is that the thing that I was supposed to be a part of? Like donate?
Oh yeah. She told me to talk to you. Yeah. She told me to talk to you.
You didn't have to bring it up. I remember now. It's done.
Yeah, so,
I'm in. I told her I was in.
So check though. So you remember I was like, yo, I need help with this the journal joint. It was a while ago. I was like a journal
at the gym. I remember.
So we finished it. We finished the journal joint. It's
It
done.
looks incredible.
Yeah, it's done. Yeah, it's done.
You printed it?
No. I'm about to print it.
Where you printed it at?
I don't know yet. Maybe you can help me with that. Yeah,
you know where you print.
Hopefully, we can get it back before the joint because
before February, March.
Yeah, because I want to use it for the. I want to. Yeah. That's what.
Oh, the Black Empowerment thing.
Yeah, I want to do it for the empowerment
joint. Enough for that, and not to do the full run.
Yeah, but I could do the full run local.
Oh, okay.
Like I could do something local, and then we can, double back.
Yeah, we know somebody that got some plugs in China that can get it done.
Oh yeah, I already know. Max the guy. You know what I mean? He's the guy.
Peoples.
But I'm super excited because it's that self-care stuff that we've been talking about and everything. So it's literally just like ABC for you to open up every single day and fill your cup up. And that's what it's called.
Love it.
It's called Fill Your Cup Up.
The design is dope, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Dope design.
We worked on it, man. Shout out to Wendy, man. Wendy working, man. She doing her thing right now.
Dope design.
So what you got going on, Rob?
A bunch of stuff, but one thing I love when, me and the team, we talk about something and it comes to fruition. So have 2 contracts now with 2 owner operators because we're starting to let people lease on. So building out those picks and those shovels. So we have 2 contracts. Got a 3rd one on the hook. So that's ramping up. Really excited about.
That's in a week.
Yep. Well, about 2 weeks.
About 2 weeks.
Yeah. Really excited about it though, man. Super excited about the next thing. And that is, I talked to you guys about, we're driver centric and we're always looking to add value to the drivers because, they get pooped on the most in the whole supply chain and they pretty much run everything. And so one of the things that we're doing, I got connected with a nutritionist, a sister out of Greensboro, and we are putting the final touches on basically going into truck stops and have her make good choices for them, right? So she's going to, because they already go to these truck stops. They go to Love's and the Petros, Flying J's and all these spots, right? And so they just make bad choices when they go in there. So we're going to take this nutritionist, we're going to record all this, we're going to go into the major truck stops and tell her to build meals based on what's there.
Yeah.
To provide for them, give them some examples of some really good meals.
So we got, what we got to do though. We got to get them to override the actual habit. Because remember what happens when your body know how to do something better than the mind. You know what I'm saying?
That body wins, right?
Yeah, but shout out to my man Zach. I introduced you to the homie Zach. He drive the trucks.
Yep.
He been doing the 30-day challenge online.
He's dropped what, 20 pounds?
Yeah, he down like 20-something pounds. He like, I got him on the whole
20.
joint.
Yep.
But
we got to add the
flipped
fitness.
the switch
We
though.
got to add the fitness part too.
Yeah, he's doing the fitness part. He doing the fitness part.
Right, but we're Greenwood. We're going to add the fitness part with the help of fitness extraordinaire, transformation extraordinaire, Lynch Hunt. So I'm excited about that part. But so we'll have the fitness piece and we'll have the nutrition piece, and I think that's adding a tremendous amount of value to the most important part of the supply chain, in my opinion.
I just want to say it speaks volumes to you creating a goal. And then the stuff, you see how it literally just comes and like boom, 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 boom.
First
boom.
step.
It's crazy. Just create the goal.
It starts with saying it and then telling somebody. I think that's real important.
Tell somebody you trust.
Huh? Telling somebody you trust. Yeah.
So I be telling the world.
Because you're confident though.
Yeah.
I call it a PDA, a public display of accountability.
That's what I did when I got started. But some people can't handle the discouragement they get from some folks.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you don't. That's why I said it's important to tell somebody that will support you.
True.
Because you get discouraged, you hear somebody too close to you, be like, "You stupid, you ain't gonna sell none of those."
Yeah,
done. Idea done.
Don't believe me, just watch.
That's it. Well, look, man,
what's
that's
up with
it.
you, Max?
What's up with you? You can't
I am. Everything I've been talking about is in motion.
Yeah.
Right. Looking to do $1 million a month this year in profit.
Love it.
Net. We still rocking.
Rocking.
Y'all know what I'm up to. I'm keeping it. Remember, because I got to buy that plane here in the next. What I got 7 months left.
PDA. You see what I'm saying?
Public
you just told the people like, yo, we about to do this. That.
For people that haven't known, I sold my previous plane, for $350,000. Taking the money, created a new business from scratch. I'm gonna in 7 months take some of the profits from that business, and that company is gonna need a new plane. About $1.7 million.
It's gonna need a new plane.
Yeah, it's gonna need a plane.
Absolutely.
The way that company is gonna be growing.
Talking about.
It's gonna need a plane.
Yo, can I take a portion of the flight class online? Like,
the ground.
I gotta be in
the ground school. You can do online.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just need to know.
You don't want to take the part where you have to be in the plane. Like
No. I just need to know, like, because if I be running, you know what I mean, and if I enroll and I be everywhere, like, can I still
enroll, I
get?
give you guys a personal one-on-one person that will handhold y'all.
Okay.
Cool.
Don't worry about it, man. We all be gonna be flying side by side. So
Let's go. What will EA be flying side by side?
with a mask on. But he wear a mask, he fly though. He get a mask.
EA just walks around with tissue.
But he ain't sick. He ain't sick if you ask him.
Carries tissue with him all the time.
What are you talking about, bro?
Brandon's brave. He just sits close to EA with tissue.
Brandon is right from Africa. He's not gonna get that.
He's not gonna get
catching that. He's not worried about that. That's the least of his worry.
Brandon's
Brandon's, I am tough.
I am tough.
I am tough. The call, I don't get the call.
Oh God.
But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all watching. You know what it is. It's the Endgame Podcast. I am Max Maxwell.
I'm Rod Brown.
And I'm Lynch Hunt.
Hit that like button. Peace.
Oh boy.